Here's a jam for all the fellas. Try to do what those ladies tell us. Get shot down because you're...
Hey, everyone. I don't know if I'm on the right microphone. It's just not working right today. Sometimes that happens. If it takes from your listening experience, then I cannot help you there. I will do what I can, but for some reason today, just when I went to do the settings, and then we'll get to Maxxx Loadzzz, who you're going to be listening to anyway, it's got me on my fucking stupid. It won't let me go to the other thing. How do I sound? Do I sound fucked up?
Sounds fine, actually.
Does it sound okay? Because once again, I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret. I don't really know what I'm doing. I mean, I love fucking streaming. I love streaming. I do. I love you guys. I'm about to bring in the man, the myth, the maximum load. But again, it just seems like hope Max isn't on speakerphone. Don't worry about that, Jesse James. First, let's do the usual thing. And what do I love doing? Banning people. Kevin Soundboard, run while you can. Later, buddy. I love banning people. Then everyone's like, oh, that's not free speech. Hey, say what you want. But you're just a douche. We prefer to use YouTube. As a great man once said, Aaron Berg, I believe it was Aaron Berg who said, people that can't create, destroy. That's what they do. They destroy.
Package.
Yeah, destroy. So what they do is everybody who has a criminal record and never fucking really sat behind a desk, never really liked propping people up, never really liked just enjoying fucking life. They're like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go shit on people. And people that don't like themselves to say, I like this guy. He's shitting on people. Speaking of people that have always shit on me, the biggest bully I know, Maxxx Loadzzz, everybody. How are you, dude? Watch how I make this. Watch it. Oh,
how are you?
Look at that.
Who would have ever believed you don't know what you're doing? That's unbelievable.
But Peter, I've been like this my whole. I'll pretend this mic.
Please.
Well, Pete.
Yeah, it's not a surprise to anybody. You don't know what the hell's going on. That's good.
But Peter, do I ever say to you, I got this? Do I ever have, in all the years you've known me, big brother, have I ever been like, no, I know what I'm doing? Or have I always been a big fan of saying, then you fix it? I've never been like, there's certain things I know better than most people. I know how to get 4 straight NFL picks wrong. I know that, right? I know women,
right, sure.
Right? That's
sure.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Hey, look at this.
Well, I'm in a car and you got the cops. I don't even understand how that could be possible.
Now, so are you heading back to Maxxx Loadzzz? Is that what you're doing, Pete?
Yes, I'm in beautiful Hamilton, New Jersey, home of Kellyanne Conway.
Is that where she's from?
Yes.
I was unawares, Maxxx Loadzzz. I was unaware.
Yeah. I just throw this stuff out. There's little bonus stuff.
Now, yeah. So I don't know if you saw, I thought it was cute. I started with our good friend, Chrissy Mayer, and oh my God. Are we allowed to talk about that? Not allowed, but would it be out of line to talk about that? Pete, let me ask you something.
Wait.
I didn't see anything.
I don't know. You might want to ask make the other documents for.
Oh,
and by the way, you don't have you can just ask.
Yeah. If you want free speech, start your own channel. Shout out Chris Thompson. At any rate, Pete, let me ask you something. Remember when I became Danielle's godfather?
I get sure. I'll pretend I can remember that far back.
No, but maybe I don't remember either. I'm going to try this mic again and see if it works. It's not going. Oh, you know what? I wonder if I left. Hold on, Pete. I'm going to try one other thing real fast. I'm going to leave. No, leaving doesn't work. Never mind. What was I going to say? Well, I don't remember having to get any paperwork when I did.
No, you probably did. I don't know if you did or not, but I know that some people did have to get paperwork to prove they were a Catholic in good standing and stuff. Yeah. I think I had to do that at one point.
Who did you become a godfather for? Don Pedro?
I've done a couple of.
This is a really good angle for you, Pete. We really get in your jowls. I like it.
Okay. So, really, yeah, I think I did. Yeah.
So what?
No, I think I had to. I think Chris had to as well. I forget who we were godparents to for that.
Well,
might have been Trevor.
Really? When I became Danielle's godfather, I don't. Yeah, dude, that was a fun time. That was a long time ago. That was. I think I still live. No, I had just moved up here. Had just moved up here, as I recall. So I don't know. But
you were still playing softball with us.
Oh God, I was. Those fucking
Which
idiots.
we're getting the gang back together, I think.
Really?
The
What are you
return
doing?
of Vandalay Industries.
Are you really? I'll be a part of that.
I think we are.
Come on.
That word on the street.
For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, why the fuck would you? I used to play softball with Peter, and maybe I should have seen it coming. Maybe I should have seen what the world was coming to be when I played softball in southern New Jersey with Pete and some of his friends who were like, "Hey, I play softball. I play softball." What's that? Look at this. No, I play softball. And like when you play softball, like there's two kinds of people in this world: the people that divide everyone into two groups and the people that don't. I'm kidding. And a lot of people played softball because, you know, they like to try and stay competitive. To this day, well, it hasn't happened. There you go, Don. It hasn't happened in ages. But people used to say you want to play softball, and I would say, do girls play? And you know me, I love women. But I just don't want to play softball with them. I don't. In fact, playing, I don't know if you saw Seinfeld, when you play softball with women, people get hurt, okay? And not just Bette Midler. Like my buddy Vince August was playing in the Friars Club League, and some woman slid into his knee, just recreationally playing, and destroyed it. Destroyed it. Okay?
I don't want to play softball with you either.
No, fine by me. But I used to say, and this is in defense of women, I used to say, well, I don't want to play if women are playing, you know, because last time I played was a very competitive league. Because, you know, I played in Delaware too, the Yankee and stuff. And now I agree with Keanu. I don't think women would want to play with me because I don't even remember the last time I swung a bat that wasn't in my neighborhood after 11 p.m. Peter, colors. Kidding.
All I remember about the Delaware fields, other than hitting into my first double play, were those fields were absolutely pristine. I played all over the place. They were magnificent.
They were beautiful fucking fields, were they not, big brother?
Yeah, they were.
Abe Froman says Rosie O'Donnell batted 243 in a league of their own. So at any rate, So at any rate, long story short, I, Mr. Last Minute, I was trying to become I was thinking of becoming a Godfather, and someone said, well, you'd have to get a letter. You'd have to get a letter, a sponsorship letter. So, Peter, I went for a sponsorship letter, and the priest denied me. The priest said, I can't in good conscience recommend you as a Godfather, Peter.
When was this, for Danielle or for somebody else?
No, I'm still Danielle's Godfather. And now that I think about that, man, this priest he's an amazing he's got amazing foresight. But let's play again. Why do you think that didn't work? Why do you think what's that? Why do you think he said, I can't in good conscience let you be a Godfather?
Back then, a multitude of reasons.
No,
You're a degenerate.
This was in the past. This was quite recently.
Oh, I guess because you don't attend church regularly and put in to the donation thing.
No. And
I thought that was very reasonable. I thought that was a very reasonable response.
Yeah, Pete, I would too. Although, and I'll tell you, this is why you think it's reasonable. And I'm going to say this before I read the letter. And I said this to the people. I'm like, look, if there were more priests like this, the Catholic Church wouldn't be in the mess it was in. Unfortunately, there aren't many priests like this, so the Catholic Church is a fucking mess. Is that a fair statement?
So why
are going to get to the debate, but I think what I'm about to read.
Why couldn't? I'm very curious. I would think not being a practicing Catholic is the reason he wouldn't let you do it.
No. Would you like to hear it? Dear Gino,
I'm sure everybody would like to hear it.
Dear Gino, thanks, and fucking, I'll say it again. I respect this priest, but it's all the other priests that make me be like, all right.
Well, that might be problem number one. You signed it Gino Bisconti and not your full name. But go ahead.
I won the Religion Award in 1986 from St. Augustine Prep.
Somebody had to get it.
You want to do it again? You want to do it again? Hey, I won the religion award. Pete, what's better than black coffee?
Oh, I can't remember.
How can you not
That
remember?
got me.
White
What's better?
Thank you. Thank you.
Wait a minute.
Why is white privilege better than black coffee? Why are they both so great, I should say?
Because they're perfect just how they are. You don't have to add it.
No, I tweaked it. They're both perfect the way they were made. Let me explain the joke. God made us white. So I'm going to ask you again, Peter. I'm going to ask you again, chat. But first I'm going to say, Jaquan G, yo, Loadzzz.
Hey, by the way, maybe that's it. Is it like out of a Seinfeld episode? The priest won't let you do it because you've seen your show?
Give me.
Is he aware? Is he aware of your? Is he aware of your?
Yeah, Pete.
Are you kidding me? He's aware of who you are. He's a big fan.
No. I believe he Googled me because what's the word? Thanks for reaching out about this. It is, and I'm going to say this respectfully to this priest, but it's a great honor to be asked to be a godfather. The example of a full life of faith that can be imparted to a godchild is quite a blessing for both the godparent and the child. At the same time, it's a great responsibility, as being a godparent is about more than cards and birthday gifts. Thank God. At its heart, it's about modeling the Christian faith through virtuous living. Well, which is it? The Christian faith or virtuous living? Because I have a fucking couple of those in Boston who fucking wish they still had their virtuous asshole, but they don't. Attending mass weekly. Ooh. Although I went to church multiple times every week, and practicing the sacraments. Having said that, and having seen a number of your skits and sports commentaries, like this week, Peter, I swear to God, like let's say you saw my football. He's like, after going 0-4 betting on your picks, you piece of shit, and losing half the collection plate, maybe he saw the skit where I said go with the Jets, and then showed a picture of Sauce Gardner all blinged out. Because with a team like this, because with this Jet shine, I mean the way the Jets shine, maybe he saw that.
I watched your picks.
He goes, after having said that, having seen a number of your skits and sports commentaries, I can't in good conscience recommend you to be a godfather. Then he goes, you can try your local parish. But yet even with that, I would invite you to reflect on the practice of the Catholic faith. Bending altar boys who can keep a secret over and should look like this, both sacramental. The Catholic faith should look like, and let me read that perfectly and give the guy credit. Yet even with that, I would invite you to reflect on what practice of the Catholic faith is and what the practice of the Catholic faith should look like both sacramentally and morally. The Lord does desire you to be with him in heaven, and he does want your eternal good and salvation. I say these things to encourage you to re-examine things in your life so that won't just be a desire, but can become a living reality. May bring about a great good in your life of holiness for you. And then he signed off. Then he said, yeah. So again, yeah, that's so true. I love to imagine a priest Googling Gino in the church. Well said. Like he's literally on the church computer.
That has two meanings.
I wonder if he watched the skit of me, Gary Speed, yesterday, watching the chick with the bouncing tits fucking giving you football picks. Yeah, thank you, Johnny Claire. Get lost, Pete.
I just want to tell you,
what's that?
Where I am right now, the reception a little shoddy, so I don't know if it's your mic or just where I'm at.
Wait, Mike? It's probably my mic because my mic is. How's my mic sound, people? And again, I apologize. I know I'm on my fucking.
Yeah, but Mike, you actually froze a little bit. Amazingly, I didn't. I don't understand the technology at all.
Yeah, I don't. I'm sure I don't.
I can't believe I'm talking to you from. I can't believe I'm talking to you from my car as I'm driving.
You are changing.
It's like magic.
We said it's Max. Your mic is fine.
Oh, actually, my mic is fine. It's Max, and we make no apologies for Max. He took the time to come out because we were going to talk about the debate. I was at a comedy show last night. Honestly, I was at a bar. That makes it easier to believe. And I'm there. And, I do my spot. I'm hanging out with some buds. And I'm watching the debate on, and I got a couple in me. I'm watching the debate on, on mute. with closed captioning. And I'm telling you the first thing I saw, and then I'm going to get to this article, because here's what we're going to do today, people. We're going to do what I've done my entire fucking life. I'm going to talk politics with my brother, who actually pays attention, knows what's going on, and I'm going to give my opinion. And 99% of the time, he's going to be like, here's why you're wrong. And 1% of the time, Max is going to be like, no, you're right. Like I'll even tease it out because this isn't in the article. The first thing I noticed was when they brought up January 6th, and Donald Trump spit out all these facts and cited videos filmed by the left. And am I wrong, Peter, when he said, are you crazy? He's like, I said, this is going to be crazy. He's like, this is going to be a lot of people. You're going to need stuff. There's going to be, I requested 10,000 National Guard. Look at Nancy Pelosi. She turned it down. Her daughter filmed it. And when he went through chapter and verse, everything that was done wrong, that fucking piece of shit Zero, I don't even know what his name was. I forget already. Goes, I'm not asking about Nancy Pelosi. I'm asking about you. Now, to quote Mr. Burns, is it time to quote Ken Brockman on Nightline, is it time to start cracking people's skulls and eating the gooey filling inside? Yes, it is, Ken. Am I nuts, Peter, or is that fucking insane?
No, that's what you got. As another famous person said, our cousin. Yeah, that was, I couldn't believe he said that either. Like, you wanted to know about it. He explained how he actually had protection arranged. He knew something be going on. It wasn't good enough to say peacefully demonstrate or whatever it was. He also wanted National Guard there. And then when you got Pelosi being
now he freezes.
What the hell?
Hold on, Pete. And again,
You there?
I apologize for not apologizing. Peter's in South Jersey. The reception's in and out. He might freeze here and there, but that's important. So when you
what happened is I'm on my phone. I'm on my phone and somebody calls through like an unknown number. I'm sorry,
Peter,
go ahead.
Peter, don't apologize. They understand. You know what I mean? Like, I'm telling, not a problem, but you did break up, and I do want to hear what you were saying.
So
you're like, Nancy Pelosi, go on. I'm sorry.
No, you're right. Yeah, and it turns out that Nancy Pelosi's daughter, who apparently makes documentaries, was filming her that day, and she did come out and say, I should have had the National Guard. You know, we should have done more. They apparently have a letter that the mayor of D.C., Muriel Bowser, said we don't need it or whatever. It's right there. I mean, what else do you want Trump to do? See, the problem is people not understanding the Constitution and federalism and separation of powers. They just, on one hand, they want the president to do whatever they want when they want it. But if it's a president you don't like, then you don't want him to be able to do anything. And the founding fathers are pretty bright and set up a system where everybody checked everybody and everything's balanced. So
no, Peter, aren't they getting rid of that? Aren't they saying that? Isn't Kamala saying, because she doesn't know anything about the three branches of government, that the Supreme Court has too much power over the executive branch? The judicial has too much power over the executive?
Well, the example they use is they said this Supreme Court gave Trump.
Go on. Sorry,
I'm sorry.
Go. No, go.
Oh, no, they said that this Supreme Court gave President Trump immunity for what he did as president. It didn't give Trump immunity. It gave the presidency, anybody in that position, immunity for what they do when they're acting as president, which is what you need. You can't have the president second-guessing everything they do. So it doesn't just affect Trump. It goes for Obama, Biden, every president. And there should never even needed to be a case.
So, am I crazy then? But all they say is, and they being the idiot, being the left, and the idiots that believe it, she'll just say something, and people will blindly believe it. It's like, oh, he's got and I believe the thing they said, well, he could just kill someone, and they couldn't do anything, and people are like, yeah, that's too much power. Am I crazy, or was that being bandied about?
Yeah, he can't do that.
I know he can't do that, but I know he can't do that. But we're not, am I crazy, or were people not saying that? Were people?
Yeah, they were saying that. They were saying that. They were saying yes, they were saying things like that. They were saying things like that. And they were saying things like, well, Biden's president now, he's got immunity. He could have Trump killed. Why did he just go have Trump killed? Yeah, this is but you can't help the unintelligent. There's nothing you can do about that.
Well,
it's sort of like with your comedy. If people are too stupid to get the joke, then it's not. Who cares? That's not your problem. But in this case, when people are too stupid to understand the Constitution, that is everybody's problem.
Exactly. And when people are too stupid but allowed to vote, and when they're so stupid they can be tricked into stuffing ballot boxes to vote, we've all seen those videos. When people are too stupid, I'll say it again, to understand the fucking graph that goes like this. When people are too stupid to understand that graph, you know, the perfect statistical normalcy curve is Trump, this one, and this one is Biden. When people are too stupid to understand that, don't we have a problem, Peter? Don't we have a problem?
You sure you do? And I think Trump answered that question very well when they brought out, oh, it all went to court and he stopped them right away. No. Didn't go to court. Never saw the inside of a courtroom. Those cases were all dismissed on standing. The facts were never seen by a court. Facts were never judged by a judge. And they just move right on from it. But hopefully people hear that message and maybe go look into it, maybe see it different, because that is the fact of the matter. Like, I'm one of the lunatics who actually.
The fact of the matter is, and this is important, Phil Kassouf's Wild Hog Rod says a Loadzzz Kassouf collab needs to happen. You wipe his hog down with that pink blanket, and Frankie will hold the camera.
Oh, God, no. Not true.
I don't know if you saw yesterday. I don't think you did. You didn't text. I was telling the story about how they, like, when Cuomo was testifying, you know, and I said how he literally fucking took the old people with COVID and put them back in the nursing home to make sure he could kill all the old people with COVID. And in doing so, fucking, you know, scare people more because the numbers went up and kill old people like that. And I said it harkened me back to the time that my brother had chicken pox. And to make sure we both got it, my mother gave Maxxx Loadzzz a pink blanket. It was the origin story. And the pink blanket, and my brother had me cover it with his DNA. And then somehow I got oh, this is great. I got chicken pox and tennis elbow. Let me explain the tennis elbow joke. I was jerking so furiously that I acquired an injury that you get playing pro sports. That's how big your mule was in third grade, Maxxx Loadzzz.
I was at the vet with my dog, and I did not have the show on in there. Too bad, because they'd have loved to have heard that story. But I did miss that. And again, that's not true anyway. So why do you do it?
Peter, it was worth it for the tennis elbow joke, and you know it.
Sure.
Would you take that joy from me, Maxxx Loadzzz?
No, why would I do that? Why would I ever take joy from you?
This is a great point, an interesting point, I should say, by Jesse James. Love him. He's a reg. Trump was terrible. And I will agree with that because shout out to our good friend. Sorry about that. Hold on one sec. Shout out to our good friend, Rick Monroe. Rick Monroe, Six Gun Soul and the Hitmakers, because he's like us. He's very political. And he texted me. I got off stage to a text from him saying Trump is losing or something, but it was right at the beginning. And this is what I noticed. And I'm asking, again, not telling. And I said this, even Keanu agreed. Like, and trust me, it's like we're just regular people. But I think Trump was so used to talking to an idiot in Biden. Was so used to talking to a guy's like, let me just watch him drool all over himself, talk like an idiot, forget where he is, that he didn't realize you could train any monkey, and that's not racist, I mean that. You could train any monkey to fucking study things when they're out of fucking the media for fucking 45 straight days or whatever that number was, right? And then she's like, and she's spouting chapter and verse like she was trained at the beginning and Berg, Jesus Christ. And Trump's like, what the fuck? But I feel like a few minutes in, he's like, all right, I understand. And he started shitting all over with the points you're saying he made. Am I right or am I wrong?
Yeah, I think, you're right. I think depending on what point of view you have, what side you're on, if you like Kamala Harris, you're going to say she did well. If you like Trump, you're going to say he did well. But when you look at what was said, Trump definitely had facts. He backed up what he had to say. He's actually done it. I do wish he would have ended some of his answers with, like when he was talking about the Ukraine, he said that would have never happened if I was president. And he just ended it with, you know how I know? Because it didn't.
Yeah.
It happened as soon as you got in. That simple things like that. But overall, I mean, again, if people are going to watch this and listen with their eyes closed and not see what's going on in front of them, nothing you could do. If people don't want to believe prices have gone up a lot more than other times, if they don't want to believe there's all these migrants in the country, again, I'm not in New York. I don't see it around here. Prices you see go up, but I don't see the effects of mass immigration here. You may see it in New York. They may be seeing it in Springfield, Ohio. You know what I mean? So answers like that, I got to go by what they're showing me on the TV, sadly. So I don't trust any of that. I think the best thing we have going for us right now is you can listen to Kamala Harris speak, you can listen to Donald Trump speak, and then based on what they say, you make your decision. You don't need any third party, you need anything else. You can listen to the people themselves. And amazingly, they didn't mention anything about him getting shot at. They mentioned January 6th. By the way,
and
if you watch them.
Speaking of January 6th, Chris Thompson, and we've all said this, I could see you calling January 6th an insurrection if it took place in Canada or France or the UK, where people don't have access to guns, or California, which has the most strict gun laws and the most shootings. But when it happens in a country like America where everyone can bring a gun and nobody was found with a gun, I mean, someone found a pipe bomb. Of course, we only have the video of the guy walking up with a bag after it was planted and everything. And the only person that got killed was a fucking American veteran by a crazy cop, and he brought that up, didn't he? That's the only thing. But this is a country where we would have guns. We would at least have torches and pitchforks. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so a couple things. January 6th, the only person who benefited from January 6th was Joe Biden and the Democrats. People forget they were going through the correct process there, and there were going to be votes. There were going to be states who had their votes challenged, and it was going to have to go through the process. But once the riot happened, it short-circuited that process. Nobody challenged anything, and they just said, yeah, Biden won. He's the only one who benefited. And since you mentioned the pipe bomb.
I've said this countless times, and I hope I've given you credit for it, because I've said, my brother said it perfectly. If somebody cheated and somebody didn't, and there's a hearing to verify there was no cheating, who fucking wants the hearing to go on? The guy that got cheated.
Right. So.
He froze up. This is where I point out that Maxxx Loadzzz used to freeze just like that when I would climax him. He's really frozen. He'll figure it out. I'll take him out while he's frozen, but he'll be back in a sec. While he's doing that, I will say this. Win at all costs. Debates are worthless. Everyone already knows who they're voting for. I would say the reason I think you're right. And, the perfect way to explain this, or the thing that makes me realize you're right, is when Biden tanked the first fucking debate, they couldn't wait to spin it as, oh, this doesn't really fucking matter. This doesn't really matter because everyone already knows their votes. And the small percentage of people that are undecided, like 1% of people change their mind with debates. And I was thinking that too. Shout out, and I always win at all costs. Thank you so much for the $5. And they were saying that to be like, hey, don't worry about it. But that was their way of admitting that fucking, what's his name, Biden was done. It's like, don't worry about it. And then they started shitting on Trump. I wonder if Max knows he's frozen. He must know. He's probably cursing and swearing. But yeah, it makes very little fucking difference. But again, I would like to think, and I know I'm wrong, win at all costs. I would like to think that people, and I know I'm wrong because we just talked about how dumb people are, but I would like to think people watch this and they're like, Kamala's lying. She's fucking lying.
I'm on your phone now.
You know you're frozen and we took you out, obviously.
Oh yeah, okay.
Do you know that?
I did know that.
All right, so just turn up, just hit the link again and come back in.
Okay.
Later, big bro. That's easy enough. So yeah, they are kind of fucking worthless. But the bottom line is they have to be good for something. There has to be a point, and I'll say it again. I was watching the fucking debate on fucking mute, and I'm just watching the faces. And you can just tell Kamala she's overacting. Did you see a couple times when she's like, just trying to act like, oh my God, he's lying? And I'll get back to what Maxxx Loadzzz said. I don't see how people simply didn't, Every time he ended, he should have been like, all right, why don't we just look at what happened 3 years ago? And everything she was saying she was going to change, she did. So I don't understand that. I don't understand that. A lot of people are saying this. I think, hey, T. Christine Mueller. I used to work with her at Chase Manhattan Bank. That's incredible. That's incredible. Never thought I'd make it, did you, Christine? Never thought I'd be in New York streaming in front of a fake fire, did you? Saint Ranger, shout out. Thank you for the mug. I don't know where Max went. I don't know. Oh, I know where he went, but all right, whatever. Oh, he'll be back. In the meantime, I'll just take this response. Democrat Gloria Torres was appointed in December to vice mayor just 6 months after pleading guilty to charges of conspiracy and ballot abuse dated back to the controversial 2020 election. Is he? I'm going to kick him from the studio. No. I'm kicking him so he can come back. I'm kicking him so he could. T. Mueller, I always knew you would make it. Well, I was really getting ready to talk to Maxxx Loadzzz. I mean, fucking throwing a wrench in the works. While we're doing that, we'll talk about some stuff that I was going to talk about with Maxxx Loadzzz, and I'm sure he'll pop back in. And again, if you think I don't know what I'm doing, Maxxx Loadzzz is Maxxx Loadzzz can't be bothered. Hey, Melissa. So here we go. 4 takeaways, and again, this is the epic times, people. I'm sorry. But Daddy loves his epic times. He really does. All right. 4 takeaways from the Trump-Harris debate. 1, and this is insane. All right. Blah, 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 blah.
And this is important.
And this, I'm not doing the glass. Harris distances herself from Biden as Trump links them. And I need Pete for this because I need him to agree with me. This is what drives me nuts. While the election previously paired a former president against incumbent President Joe Biden, nominee Harris sought to carve out her own place while garnering credit for what she characterized, and I know it's the epic times, and I know it's fucking conservative, but this makes a lot of fucking sense to me. She characterized as a positive record from her administration. That's a lie. But even if she did, Trump said, remember this, she is Biden. Trump said toward the end of the debate, he attributed high inflation and the administration's energy policies to Harris along with his border policies. I don't know how anyone could fucking argue that. I don't know how anyone could argue that, but watch this. Let's assume we can. There he is. Thank God. Maxxx Loadzz's neck, everyone. Hey, big brother.
Hey.
Hey. What happened? I'll find you. Hold on. Max.
Yeah.
I'll find you. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm trying to bring the article back up, but no biggie. Well, I can do that.
It's okay.
What do you got there, Max?
Just water.
A can
Sparkling water. Yeah, it's Waterloo summer berry. It's just water. Summer berry. It's very good.
Hold on. Pete, you know why it's called Waterloo? Tell him, Pete.
Because cunt was taken.
There you go. And by the way, Pete, you should turn your. Don't worry, don't change a thing. By the way, Pete, they say if you drink waterberry, you'll never get heart disease. Tell them why, Peter.
You'll die of ovarian cancer.
You'll die of ovarian. Brian Kowalczyk, gay. Hi, Melissa. How are you? So as I was saying, Pete, perfect. I'm glad. Good to have you back. I don't know why this isn't on there. Added to yes.
Yeah, I don't know how to turn it. I don't know how to turn it sideways, or I would.
It's easy. Watch this. Remove yourself from the studio.
Okay. Right? Do you want me to bother doing that? Just to leave?
What's that?
Okay.
I don't.
We're good. Okay, that's fine. Go ahead. I'm very comfortable here.
When things aren't up, we'll just do side by side. You're perfect. Okay. Enjoy your waterberry. Right. Hold the back of your head when you drink it, so you can get the entire experience. Right.
It's not Waterbury. It's Waterloo is the company, and it's summer berry flavor.
You want to keep doing this? Do you want to keep doing this?
I don't.
Which I mean, do you want to have an ounce of credibility, Max? An ounce.
I have enough credibility where it matters.
Bob Fan of Patrice, love this guy. If you allow Kamala to lie unchecked and you wrongly fact check Trump over and over, that's what you get. Yeah, this guy's fun.
Yeah, yep, he's right. Yeah, it's what went on. Everybody knows. I know, like a lot of people are like, she won the debate. I guess if you want to look at it that way, but
So did she
I don't
win the
believe
debate?
so. No. If you listen to what they said and the way she carried herself, although they always would say that about Trump, the way he looked at her, whatever, but she was terrible. She had nothing of substance to say. That could just be me saying that. That's how I saw it. That's how Max saw it. She really had nothing of substance to say. I don't know how you get around her being part of the administration. I like when Trump said, "You know what you need to do to shut down the border? Go back to the White House tonight. Wake up Joe at 4 a.m. and tell him to sign an executive order shutting down the border." He said, and that's all they've needed to do forever. The fact they didn't
did
do
Trump
it.
say that?
Yes.
God, I missed so much of it. I'll watch it again because again, I was like,
Yeah.
in and out. And how many times did I run out of the bar calling you screaming? You know what I mean?
Yeah. You were troubled.
What's that?
Is that sun in the background a problem? Because I could reorient myself.
You could just turn a little bit. I think you'd look better if you
All right,
just.
I got it. Just hold. I got it.
Waver, look where Max is and look where Gino is. One has bricks behind him. That's me. And the other one has what looks to be paradise. Winning. Oh, Max loves it. Oh,
there you go.
I love you more, dude, and I couldn't agree more. But I've said this before. Like I will hang out at Max's house. Gurno, you can call me Gurno. I'll hang out at Max's house for like fucking 3-4 days, happy as a clam. But by day 5, I'm like, I've got to get out of this prison cell. I'm not wired normal. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
But when I'm there, what do? I sit there, have black coffee with Maxxx Loadzzz. Fucking life is grand at Shea. And you're right behind you. That's where you're building me the shed to live in, right?
Smoking cigars out on the patio.
But I will give Waver credit. This is us in a nutshell. This is like we're both like, yeah, this is great. What's better than this? Fake fire, real trees. Waivers.
See, it's killing me because I can't see you. But you said it's
Pinky Bucks. This guy's the best.
It's good that I can't see. You didn't want me responding to the text anyway, so it's good that I can't see them. This is better for me. Keeps me on task, I guess.
Let me say no. I was like, Pete, you're great. You know, and I felt bad because like I muted you a couple times last time just because you're getting the back and forth, but like they're here for you. I'm here for you, but I just really want you to shine, not like Sauce Gardner who cost me money.
Did you pick
Gardner who cost me a fucking Godfather gig? Fucking no, I'm losing every gig, big brother.
I don't know why he would cost you. I don't know if you noticed, but one of Sauce Gardner's biggest tattoos is a cross on his throat.
Yeah.
I said during the game, I mentioned it. I was like, "There's a cross of a tattoo on his throat. Tattoo of a cross."
His baby mama. Do you think he saw the joke where I said the Dolphins? Another wrong pick. I said the Dolphins were spending money left and right in the offseason because in what was the first, Tyreek Hill restructured his contract, and it was also it was the first time in the offseason Tyreek Hill's baby mama or son didn't take a fucking hit because that animal beats them.
Did you see DK Metcalf restructured his contract?
Good. Is that good?
Yeah, he apparently wants to stay in Seattle. Obviously, he took more money as signing bonus, so that frees up cap space. I don't even want to get into that. The whole NFL with their cap space. Seattle's always got cap space problems. Meanwhile, these other teams are signing 5 or 10 guys at $50 million a year. They got no trouble. Seattle's got nobody on the roster anymore. They're not paying Russell Wilson. They got one more year paying Jamal Adams, and this is it. Like, you got to be kidding me. Nobody makes any money on that team.
Do they still have Jamal?
No, they cut him. They waived him, cut him. He's with the Titans. And guess what? He was injured the first week of the season. He didn't play. I love the guy, but he didn't want it. He's another guy. They wanted to move him up to play linebacker. He said no. They said, well, hopefully you find a place where you can play safety. And he did, but he got hurt.
That's a shame. So anyway, getting back to this, which you came in on, and while you were doing I don't know why my mic doesn't work, but no one's complaining. Maybe, you know what? Maybe my real mic is on, and fucking, you know, and it's just not registering in the thing. But as you came in, big brother, I was talking about like there's 4 takeaways I got on fucking. Nope, it's definitely this. 4 takeaways I got from the Epic Times, and the first one I was reading as you got here, right? Oh, hold on, I gotta say hi to the real Kiki. Hi, real Kiki. Hi. Hi, real Kiki. You're so pretty. So as I was saying, Peter. So hold on. So here we go. First thing, Harris distances herself from Biden. So long story short, you know, she's like, remember, so Trump goes, she's Biden, right? You know, he attributed everything, the high inflation, the border policies, all of them to her. And she said, clearly I am not Joe Biden. Adding she would provide new leadership for our country. So she's shitting on Biden here, okay? She was a part of this for 3 years, so there's got to be stink on you for that, okay? But it gets better. Okay, you're not running against Joe Biden. You're running against me, she said a few moments later. She's basically distancing herself from Joe Biden. Am I right, Max? But when Hunter Pence distances himself from Trump, when fucking, whatever, the 200 fucking Republicans, rhinos, distance themselves from Trump, they can't fucking say it fast enough. But no one is calling her out from distancing herself from, you ready for this? I'm going to blow everyone's mind. The sitting president. He's still president. And I know we all know that. But I've never seen a guy, they're trying to make us forget he's president while he's president. And if you don't see, hold on one sec real fast. Loadzzz. If you don't
Fitzy.
If you don't see, oh my love. If this gets back to the win at all costs guy, and thank you so much. He's like, because while you were gone, he's like, debates are worthless. Everyone already knows who they're voting for. But can't people use the debates to change their mind? Can't people use, that uncommon thing, common sense, and say, this is a duplicitous, lying bitch? Can't they do that?
Is it my turn to talk?
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
I was gonna say people do see that she's distancing herself, and they do see it as a farce. Just because the media doesn't say it doesn't mean people aren't seeing it that way. Most people are seeing it that way. They had some supposedly undecided voters on CNN afterwards, and they definitely saw it that way. They said we're voting for Trump, basically. And by the way, I believe that I know people say the vice president has no power, which basically they don't. But I have a Constitution inside. I believe the 25th Amendment absolutely gives the vice president the power to use the 25th Amendment if the president is incapable of doing his job. She could initiate it. And the fact she didn't just shows she is a terrible leader. You need the vice president and half the cabinet to agree.
Big brother, what amendment? 25th?
The 25th. I think it's the 25th. Right. And I believe the vice president has the power, or members of the cabinet, to say, look, this guy's shot out.
In the case of removal, excuse me, I need more light. Jesus Christ. In the case of removal of the president, is that what you're saying, Pete?
Yeah.
All right. In the case of removal of the president from office or of his death or resignation, the VP shall become president. Section 2, whenever there is a vacancy in the office of the vice president shall nominate a vice president. Section 3, whenever the president transmits to the president pro tempore of the Senate and the Speaker of the House of Rep his written declaration that he is unable to discharge powers and duties of his office, and until he transmits them to a written declaration of the contrary, or just have someone tweet a letter they wrote on his behalf, doesn't say that. Such powers and duties shall be discharged by the vice president as acting president. Is that what you're saying?
No, I had the wrong amendment then. There's an amendment in there, and it's killing me, for when the president becomes incapacitated.
Was it section 4? Different page. Whenever the vice president and a majority of either the principal officers of the executive departments or of such other bodies as Congress may by law provide, transmit to the president pro temp. No, I don't know, big brother. I don't know. Just tell me again.
I think it is section 4. If the vice president or members of the cabinet feel the president can't carry out his duties for whatever reason,
yes,
Is that section 4?
To the President Pro Temp of the Senate and Speaker of the House of Rep. Their written declaration that the president is unable to discharge the powers and duties of the office, the VP shall immediately assume the powers and duties as the president. Is that what you're saying?
There you go. That's not what I'm saying. It's what the Constitution says. And she didn't do it. Neither did any other people in the cabinet. To me, they are all part of defrauding the country. They're letting a person they know is incapable be in charge. And I think he was incapable at least 3 of the 4 years. He ran from his basement. He wouldn't do anything under the cover of, I can't say it, Gene. The
What?
C word. Under the cover of COVID, he ran a campaign out of his basement.
Yeah.
And he was senile the whole time, and people knew it. Nobody asked her, neither of those people asked her, how long have you known Joe Biden hasn't been able to carry out the duties of the office? Because if he could, then if he could carry out the duties of the office, then why isn't the man who received the most votes in the history of the country and did such a fantastic job, Pelosi has him on Mount Rushmore, how is he not still the candidate for president? It's one or the other. You don't get it both ways.
But the Pelosi on Mount Rushmore thing, that's just another example of.
I'm just saying they think he did a good job.
Oh,
so if he did a great job.
They think people will believe them when they say he did a good job. I know that's what you're saying, right?
Yeah, that's right. But they are saying it. And I can only believe what comes out of their mouths. I'm not, playing these games like, well, you know what they really mean. I know what they said.
Fitzy wants to know if that's an AIDS positive basketball shirt, Max.
No, it's just it's from Life is Good, and it says Positive State. Like the basketball team is a university called Positive State. You see why it's funny?
Yeah. Because you're in a positive state. I got it. Nice tip.
Yes.
I got it.
That's not nice.
But the Nancy Pelosi thing just fucking reminds me. It reminds all of us. Like it's what I said earlier. Like everything Trump said. It's just he's asking you to think, look it up, verify it. Like when when she starts out saying, well, given his tax plan, he's just going to fucking put a 10% tax on, all imports. People at the Wharton, and they say Wharton Business School, and people just like, oh, the Wharton Business School, she must be right. And then when Trump says they have no plan, it's 4 sentences. It's 4 fucking sentences. And if you don't believe him, look it up. If you don't believe him, try and find anything on their platform. That's literally what it is. What Trump says, and what Trump is asking you to do is like, hey, think. Hey, whatever I said, why don't you think? Why don't you look it up and think for yourself? Everything they're saying is just trust me. If people at Wharton said it's bad, did they? Because Trump said that's not true. Somebody's lying. And when Pelosi's like, well, he belongs on Mount Rushmore. She doesn't believe it. The guy, really? Because you just spent the past fucking week shipping his face fucking off, taking him out of fucking office, saying get the fuck out or we'll fucking throw you out.
Right. And Trump did make the point that she never got 1 vote anywhere, and yet she's the candidate for president on their side, but yet he's the threat to democracy, which, by the way, we're not a democracy. We're a republic, representative democracy, if you want to go that far. That's part of the other problem.
It's a magic joke. I was told it's a constitutional democracy, Max. Is that correct?
That's also correct.
No,
yes.
Constitutional republic. That's what it is.
Constitutional republic.
That's
right.
What it is.
You elect people to go to Washington, D.C. to represent you. You don't make the decisions on the laws. In a true democracy, all 330 million people would vote on everything. That's clearly not what it is.
Look, we're tweaking jokes with Chris Thompson. Biden on Rushmore, it'll be the back of his head. Can't put Biden on Rushmore, he won't survive the fall. I would say, here's what I would say. Kamala Harris's head belongs on Mount Rushmore, but the back of the head and probably about fucking 30 feet lower. So it looks like she's sucking off someone to get there. Still needs tweaking, but she's a dumb bitch. She's a dumb bitch. Thank you, win at all costs, constitutional republic. So the second takeaway was the abortion focus, which again, fucking, she just says a big word to scare people. Harris, who backs a federal right to abortion, said her opponent would sign a national ban on abortion. I'll put it up. Look, a national ban on abortion. And again, because people are stupid, am I wrong, Max? They're like, oh my God, it's a national ban. And then he just says, matter-of-factly, not signing a ban. And there's no reason to sign a ban because he said it would never get through the Senate. Well, he implied, because people should know, I wish he'd said it, or maybe he didn't, I didn't see it. He's like, it would never get through the Senate. I won't have to, he responded, because the 60 senators won't vote on it. And then he fucking pushes her on it. This is my favorite part, just how bad. Who were the moderators, Max?
David Muir, and I don't know who the woman was. I don't know who she was.
Trump challenges Harris on whether she supports the abortion ban. Supports abortion in the third trimester, saying fucking Roe versus Wade did not restrict abortions at that stage. He alluded to the governor's comment in 2019 that the late-term abortion bill he backed with severe deformities, you could kill him. And then he wrote, this is my favorite part. He asked those two moderators, why aren't you asking her this? Why don't you ask the question? And they didn't push Harris to respond.
So a couple things on that. One, you could go look up the video of that interview with the former governor of Virginia. I think his name was Northam, whatever. But as far as the national ban on abortion, the federal government, there's nothing in the Constitution that gives the federal government any sort of power to pass a law regarding a ban on abortion. So whether it got through and Congress was stupid enough to pass it on to the president to sign, I believe it's flat out unconstitutional. So he could have said that, and it is where it belongs. According to the 10th Amendment, all powers not specifically given to the federal government are sent to the people in each state. And that's where abortion is now, where it always belonged at the states. And states like Kansas, where you thought they were going to vote to outlaw it, they have a liberal abortion law, and so did Ohio. And that's where it belongs. It's the argument I always make. I live in New Jersey. We pay crazy property taxes. In Florida, or we pay state income taxes. In Florida, there's no state income tax. That affects state income tax in New Jersey affects every single human being in New Jersey, not just women who could get potentially pregnant, if you even know what a woman is. Whereas state income tax affects everybody. I would have to move to Florida to get rid of my state income tax or some other state. So if I need an abortion, I'm in the state that doesn't have it, they could come to New Jersey or wherever and get an abortion. It works. I know people are like, well, it's not the same thing. You're right. One affects everybody, and one affects less than half. I didn't see what that said. I'm sorry.
Oh no, Pete, you're fine. I mean, he just said Kamala just lied about Trump multiple times, and the current moderator supported her. Yeah,
that's the thing. Everybody saw that. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. People notice that. Okay, people notice.
Which gets back to the whole thing. It's like, because I agree. It's like
right, but people notice that, and that helps Trump. They see that this woman can't do this on her own. They're protecting her, and people resent that. That's all I'm saying. I'm sorry.
No.
Yeah.
Peter, me and you resent it, I'm
going to say this. Normal people resent that.
Resent it before you correct my grammar. You and I
Normal people see it. The people who are lost are lost. I'm sorry to say you're not getting them back. They're lost. They don't understand. They don't care to understand. They hate Trump so much, nothing matters. They believe the government should take care of them from cradle to grave. Right to health care. That's a nice thing to say. There's no right to health care in the Constitution. Not there. Not there. These people, right to bear arms is in there, black and white, shall not be infringed. And they say that one's not there. The right to health care is there. I don't think the word health care or health or medicine is mentioned anywhere in the whole Constitution. This is what I'm talking about.
Jesus.
It's made up.
I'm looking at this. Jesus Christ. Sorry, Max. I've got some Frankie clips that were just sent to me for when Frankie gets here. That's all. Very, they stay on brand. My best people in the biz working here. So we'll get to those, obviously. Another takeaway, the abortion thing, and I've said that. It's like, it'll never be. I had a friend of mine say this once. Literally, literally, and I think I'm actually using literally right here because she said this, and I can't. And smart woman, her, not important who it is, and it's not Kiana, by the way. And she literally said a couple, this was 2 years ago. I hate gas prices, but I just don't want to live in a country where my daughter can't get an abortion. I'm like, all right, well, as long as you're planning on raising a whore, let me tell you this, okay?
Did you say that?
as long as your little girl is growing up cum dumpster, let me point something out, okay? You will always
Don't talk about me like that.
Sorry, Angel. As long as New Jersey, New York, and California exist, and they're pretty big and pretty easily accessible, right? She's gonna be able to fucking be a whore. Okay, and here's another thing. Oh, but what if she gets pregnant? She can't afford a trip. One condom will always be cheaper than a gallon of gas. Tell your soon-to-be whore daughter that. But they don't. They literally say the phrase. Like, I could see if I said to you, my friend said I hate gas prices, but I want my daughter to be able to get an abortion. If you saw it on a thing, be like, this is made up. This is made up.
I would.
You're the highly suggestible type, Dad. I am the highly suggestible type. But you would say you made that up. And I'm sitting in the backyard going, I can walk from here. Because you're too smart to talk like this. But they did.
But okay, so how they have
to say similar things. I know.
But that's my like. I don't. That's a total misunderstanding of the Constitution, separation of powers.
How are you going to drive your daughter to the clinic when you can't put gas in her car? Yeah. Well, don't worry. Watch this. Don't worry, Courtney. Somebody already filled her up with dick. Okay, I'm sorry. Where were you, Maxxx Loadzzz?
No, that
wait.
I could not top that.
I won't interrupt you. Go talk. YOLOs!
Oh my God. I was just going to say, if you understand how things are supposed to work with the Constitution of Federalism, there can't be a national ban. So just relax. I mean, and like Trump was successful.
I got to write it down. Someone already filled stupid country. All right, what were you saying, Max? I'm sorry.
Nothing. I was just saying you don't have to worry about that.
Premium dick.
It just keeps going.
Watch this. I'll do it for you, douchey Nazi. Seems like somebody already filled her up with premium dick. See how the pause? So I took your line, douchey Nazi, and we tweaked. Oh, I'm doing that Monday at the open mic. Premium dick. All right, go on, Max. I'm sorry.
That's it. I got nothing else. I think Trump won on that, by the way, at the debate. I think he clearly won. I think people are happy it's at the state level. I think it's all made up that there's all these women out there who are like, it's just a made up line they use because they got nothing else. Because when you say, well, you can't get an abortion, where can't you get an abortion? Where can you not get an abortion? There's no answer because it's everywhere you can. It's a straw man. It's not real. Show me the person who couldn't get an abortion. You know what? They're going to point to a 12-year-old whose uncle raped her and she had to go from Indiana to Illinois or whatever to get the abortion. Okay. So that's what we're making laws for now. The 12-year-old who gets raped. What are we doing? Like, that's why the exceptions are exceptions. They're very rare.
Oh, please.
And by the way, how come they're not calling for the death penalty for the uncle who raped the 12-year-old? Why wouldn't that be what they really want? I mean, what are we doing?
Made love to, Peter.
Oh, okay.
He didn't love that. Oh, it was. Wait, what? He was her uncle?
Whatever. If it's incest, it's a relative.
He gets a Godfather sponsorship letter because he didn't do a mean football skit with chicks.
By the way,
this
isn't helping.
By the way, did you see the video we showed Monday of that chick? What's her name? Taylor Mathis. Did you see that?
No. Where was I Monday?
Peter. I don't know. Taylor Mathis. Peter. She does football videos, right? Where she picks games. She picks games, football games. Hold on. I'll just do Taylor. Peter. It's so. Oh, actually, what am I, stupid? Actually, never mind. We have a clip. If you follow the In Out Water guy. Taylor Mathis on X, and she just goes on X and she picks football games. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Please hold. T-Math Sports. I will find a video for the. Thank you, fans who are watching. Hold on. No,
I mean,
what?
That's fine.
God, she must have put up a whole bunch of new pics. I just want to. Oh, here we go. All right, you ready? Share this tab instead. Boom.
Got a great Monday night football matchup. New York 4. I don't normally like to look at some of these we've got going on. Super Bowl
Peter, she's
losers,
talking.
week 1 against the spread for just 5. Kyle Shanahan,
Peter.
head coach of the 49ers.
Peter.
Ooh, baby, just 2-5
What?
against the spread in week 1. San Francisco, 0-7 in their last 7 home games against the spread. That's the longest running record they've had since the 80s. Top of that, you've got
Hold on,
Aaron
that game's over.
Rodgers,
Let's
who
get
has
to
something
a current pick, Pete. Ready? Here we go. Let's get this one.
time for the walking bets with DraftKings, and we are back to baseball today.
What is DraftKings?
First play might have you guys scratching your heads a little bit. We're
Yeah, I'm
going to go with
scratching
the
my head.
Nationals
I'm
on
not
the
really
run line
scratching
against
my
the
head.
Braves. I know
I'm not-
Atlanta's just
I'll
one
tell you what
game
I'm doing
out
to my
of
head.
that
I'm
last
not
NL
scratching
wildcard
it.
spot, but I like the Nationals today. Their last 10 matchups against the Braves, they're 6-4. They've also won 5 out of their last
Get off her
6
tits,
matchups
Chris.
as underdogs against the Braves after coming off of a road loss. They've got Mackenzie Gore on the bump today. He has been stellar this season against the Braves. 2-0 with a 1.65 ERA. Look at the underlying metrics of these
Matt.
2 offenses, too. The
Come
Nationals actually have a better batting average than Atlanta. Give me the Nationals on the run line. We're going to go with Palante under 5.5
Yeah.
hits.
But I'm getting yelled at, Max, for my football picks. I'm getting yelled at by a priest for my football picks.
I guess when you sent the letter, I guess he actually Googled you and actually looked you up.
And Peter, I'll say it again. If I'm not even mad at him. I'm mad at the Catholic Church. Who's there, Pete? Is Maxine there?
Chloe. Hey, puppy dog. My dog's outside. We'll see if she comes over.
No.
So go ahead. What do you say?
I'll say I said it already. I don't even have a problem with him, actually. If it wasn't for the institution he represented. You know what I mean? Like if every priest was like him, I'd probably still be going to church every Sunday. You know what I mean? and I should have written back to him. I should not have written back to him. Well, as long as I can't be a godfather, can I have all the money that my mother tithed when she gave 10% of her income? That when she was lying on a bed dying of cancer, you were spending on fucking altar boys that got fucked in the ass? Do you think he's going to send me that money, Pete?
I don't know that he would send you that money, Gene. No.
You don't think?
No.
You don't think? All right, well.
I don't think so. You could try. I mean, what the hell at this point? You're not going to be a godparent, so you might as well see what you can get out of it.
Yeah. Look at fucking waivers back. You got a dog too, Max, and 2 cats? It's got no cats.
No cats. No cats.
A
dog. I get a dog and 2 cats in the yard. Life used to be so hard. Is that what it was? A reference to the song?
Maybe.
I think it was.
By the way, me and Kiki did movie night the other night. Saw the new Beetlejuice. No,
Why? I didn't like the first one.
Oh no, it's awesome.
I really liked it. I thought it was a sequel.
That's good.
And I'll say this: I probably should have watched Beetlejuice again. I hadn't watched it in ages. I don't even it was slowly coming back to me.
It did a lot of references to the first one, I guess.
Yeah, they had some smart references. Good story play. I thought Baldwin and Gina Davis might pop up in it. I'm not going to say if they did or they didn't. They didn't. But
well, you won't ruin it for me, but I guess some of your other viewers.
Whatever happened to Gina Davis? We were wondering.
I don't know. Didn't she do League of Her Own and just figured I got my money? I think
Maybe.
A lot of people like Cameron Diaz is pretty much out. I think she got her money, is out. People get the hell out now. They see what's going on. Whatever that it is.
Gina Davis. Well, there you go. Actor and activist.
Didn't she go over to Cliff in the car with Susan Sarandon? Wasn't that it for her?
Yeah, she's an American. She's a recipient. Yeah, she really She now runs the Gina Davis. Oh, never mind.
By the way, what? I don't know if you noticed. 4 minutes. I believe it was 4 minutes after the debate was over. Taylor Swift put out that she's supporting Kamala Harris.
Of course. Well,
and she signed it something like, a cat lady, a childless cat lady.
Okay, well, real fast, if you're wondering where Gina Davis is, she's running the Gina Davis Institute on Gender in Media, big brother.
On gender what?
In media. It's a nonprofit that researches gender representation in media and advocates for equal representation of women and men. I think women are doing.
Wait a minute. Once again,
did you just watch Taylor Mathis? That's media.
Once again, yeah, I could see that if you could tell me what a woman is. But once you're out on what a woman is, how do you even mention the word woman? And nobody wants to hear that. But you had the Supreme Court Justice Biden put in, Kenji Brown Jackson or whatever, at her hearing. They asked her, can you tell me what a woman is? And she said, I'm not a biologist. She's on the Supreme Court. How could she ever hear a case that deals with women's issues if she don't even know what it is? You know what I mean? She know what a woman is. She know what issue she's dealing with.
Our week one Monday Night Football same game parlay for 49ers Jets. We're starting with the Jets.
God.
4.
Hey, wait, hold on.
Conklin, 25. I'll let you make
I see her shove this whole thing in her mouth first. This is what a woman is. Ready?
I'll let you my pork roll. Let's go over our week one Monday Night Football same game parlay for 49ers Jets. We're starting with the Jets +4. Tyler Conklin, 25 plus receiving yards or the over-under.
That was wrong.
29.5.
Stuff your face, bitch.
Garrett Wilson to go over 5.5 receptions. And then last but not least, the total on the game, total.
And it went over, didn't it?
6.5.
What was the...
Subject to change. This comes out to
Everyone's like, leave her alone.
Remember,
I think it was 36. I think it was 36 to 19.
That would be 45. That'd be 55, Pete.
I just said what I think the score was.
All right, she's out of there. That's what a woman is. That's what a woman is. Oh, good Lord. Did we cover all the... I think there's one more topic I want to cover, then we'll get to Frankie, because I know you're... and we didn't even get to the fucking... I was reading... I got to bring this up, okay? This is great.
Seahawks are 1-0.
The last takeaway from the debate was the economic plan. We talked about that. Oh, neither candidate outlined new policies. What was your take on the policy? The debate saw a few key policy issue advances from either candidate. When fielding questions on topics, blah blah blah, they mostly reestablished their positions. Well, if I may interrupt you yet again, and then you can go on, big brother. They reestablished their positions. I mean, am I wrong when they're like, what's your policy? Fucking all Trump has to say is, why don't you go back and look at the country 4 years ago? And when
I agree with that.
And you win. End of statement. But when Kamala is asked what her policy is, she either has to say, I'm going to fix it, it being what I did the past 3 years, or I'm going to do the same thing, and we all get to say, we need to change the same thing. There's no way she could have answered it. Am I wrong?
Right. No, I think that's why this debate, I don't know how much, like Kamala Harris sort of needed the debate, but Trump has a record, a flat-out record as president that he ran on and can run on. That's why I don't know why when she was talking about, I'm going to give $50,000 for some new startup, $25,000 to buy a house, $6,000 tax credit, Trump say, I'm going to do what I did before, and I'm going to bring gas prices down to half of what they are now, and that gives everybody money. I got to let the dog in.
Oh. You let that dog in, big brother. While he's doing that, I gotta send Frankie the fucking link. Oh, fuck.
It wasn't that far.
Jesus
when you're here in paradise.
By the way, shout out Win at All Costs. That's a pink boy. Thanks for the 50. Can't watch a football show tomorrow. Fishing trip. Some for you and the booth, boys. Oh, I will see that they get that. I will. Because it's beautiful. Like, we are moving. Things are going amazingly because everything works out for your little brother. And while I'm doing that, I will stall and bring in, give Frankie the link. What was I going to say? So I go by a bar last night, like our favorite bar. That's our favorite bar, right, baby?
Yeah.
So I go by our favorite bar, the one Kiana used to live over. I can say it's called Iggy's. It's fucking great. And they're doing an open mic, and I do fucking some time. I see my old buddy Kenny Warren, a black guy comedian. He cuts my hair. I'm like, I haven't gotten my hair cut since I've seen you, so I'm gonna have him cut my hair in 2 weeks for the wedding. And hold on, present invite. And we also, and I'm thinking of it because of our boy right here, fucking Win at All Costs, who spoils us. We also fucking do a football show you saw Thursday at a bar called Offside New York. We'll be there tomorrow night. And they do a Monday night comedy show. And I'm talking to my boy Nick Giordano, who runs the place. As Garrett's enjoying the wings, they're amazing. Make sure you come by tomorrow night, hang with us, check it out. And he's like, yeah, we do a comedy show here Monday night. He's like, I'm sure you could get on it, but I don't know the new booker. They changed bookers. Peter, I'm sitting at the bar last night, and my buddy, his name is Comedy Pete. He's as funny as you, but you're Maxxx Loadzzz. And he's like, hey, and we're drinking, after the show. He's like, all right, so he's talking to the guy, my buddy, who's also a comedian bartender, Gabe, and he goes, all right, so Gabe, I'll be over at Offside Monday running that show. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? They're the new book. So and your little brother, Pete, I'm sitting there like this. I'm the coolest man alive.
Oh my God.
So again, Offside New York. I can't say enough about it. Thank you, Win at All Costs, for that. God, let me send Frankie the link. I have to send Frankie the link because Frankie, Pete, I don't know if you know this, Frankie, link coming at you, was heavily involved in the debate last night. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
You did not?
Mm-mm.
Did you see the beginning of the debate?
Yes.
You're sure? And you didn't see Frankie?
No, I saw. Okay, don't treat me like I'm some sort of maniac. I saw Kamala come out, shake his hand, and
you stupid. You watched the show. you know what we're about to do here, right?
I know. Oh yeah, I saw Frankie there. He was something else. Is that better?
Yeah, that's really good. That's really good. Here we go. While we're waiting for Frankie, let's remind you that he was indeed at the debate last night. Let's take a look, shall we? Here we go. Unmuted. I think we got it.
Attention. Will presidential candidate for the Moose Knuckle Party, Franklin McDonald, please approach the stage?
There you go. Frankie McDonald.
Kamala Harris. Accepted debate.
He farted.
Oh my! I got it.
Welcome to you both. It's wonderful to have you. It's an honor to have you both here tonight.
Good evening. We are looking.
You missed this? Frankie!
Yeah, I somehow missed that. Yeah.
Hey, what is it?
Frankie, how could you?
Video edit.
Will
That's how
presidential
my
candidate
it's
for
video
the
edit.
Moose Knuckle
Frankie.
Party, Franklin McDonald?
How could you?
It's a video edit to me. Somebody did it. That software costs $500 Canadian.
Well, I don't know if you know this, Frankie, but my brother Maxxx Loadzzz is here, right? What's my brother's name, Frankie?
Hey, Frankie.
I'm Maxxx Loadzzz. I'm doing great so far. And things are going I'll be on ham radio at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 9:30 p.m. Atlantic. Eddie Fanaco ham radio.
All right. Well, Frankie, I'm told you also. Why the fuck not? Frankie, I'm told you also weighed in on the domestic energy. Were you there for that, Pete? Did you see when Frankie weighed in on domestic energy?
No.
Somehow I missed it.
All right. Well, let's take a look.
I must have been going to the bathroom.
All right. Let's take a look. Frankie weighing in on domestic energy. Let's take a look, Frankie. Here we go.
Pennsylvania. I made that very clear in 2020. I will not ban fracking. There's no question I'm in favor of banning fracking. So yes, and starting with what we can do on day one around public lands. In particular, let's talk about fracking because
I thought Frankie was in there. Frankie, you're not in. What did he send me?
I will not ban fracking.
I'm sorry, that's not true. I guess they're just kidding on her. I don't know. I guess Frankie, I thought he put you in all those videos. My fault. Jesus, I got them in the middle of the stream, so I just assumed. I guess not. So you were only at the beginning of the debate, Frankie. That's on me, buddy. What's that?
I didn't hear him. Got very quiet over there.
Yeah.
Frankie, where'd you go?
I'm here.
Frankie, did you have any questions for Maxxx Loadzzz?
Hey, Maxxx Loadzzz, when is ham radio?
He's quizzing you. He's fucking quizzing you, Pete.
I don't even know. I don't know when that is. I'm trying to. The sun keeps moving. There, now I'm good again. All right, go ahead. Everybody gets a full look at my yard.
That's a good-looking yard, Pete. It's not Peter. It's no brick wall, but it's a good-looking yard.
No, it's not. It's not. You're right.
Why the fuck? All right, whatever.
What are you trying to do?
Oh, I was just saying because I got He sent me 4 more videos like that, you know, my guy. And then I just wrote back, I'm like, these are great. Did they have Frankie in them? Because it was literally, you know, when I was talking to you. And I don't know if I sent it to the right. Oh, I don't know. It didn't. What? Oh, because my phone somehow I hit the fucking airplane mode. So I never fucking sent the message to him. So you know, there's a lot going on here, Pete. Me and my magical fucking fingers. That's all. You understand.
Yeah, you got a lot going on.
Frankie, who are you texting? Wow, that's some hairline, Frankie. Frankie, look at your phone. All right, don't. I was trying to read a phone that wasn't on. Sorry, douchey Nazi. Another thing, Frankie, watch this. This is watch Daddy segue like a goddamn pro. Frankie, what'd you have for lunch today?
I had chicken wings and fish and taters.
Tater tots or taters?
Taters.
All right. Well, this is funny because I was talking to Max about this because we've been talking a lot about, you know, health, and me and Pete were lucky. We grew up, as we often say, in a Norman Rockwell painting. I think someone even made one with a pink blanket once. I've lost it. But I will say this. Like, remember me and Peter talked about how, like, and we talked about this, fast food, like RJR Nabisco is RJ Reynolds, the tobacco company. Okay, and they bought Nabisco, and I forget who's the other one. Philip Morris bought General Foods, and they use the same tactics now to fucking get people to eat junk food, right? Which you don't eat, Frankie, right? You don't eat junk food, do you, Frankie? Frank, oh, he's leaving.
What just happened there?
This is Frankie saying, "Look, here's the door, Gino." Frankie, are you okay, buddy? Oh my God! Frankie sometimes gets calls from CNN or something.
What happened? I've never seen that.
Oh, you don't watch enough. He does that a lot. Trust me, he'll be back.
Okay.
So
just close the door on.
Peter, remember, like, the food additives, and this is another story from the Times. Okay. I'll save that super chat for when he gets here, buddy. When food hijacks your brain. Ready?
Yeah.
Before the advent of processed foods, blah, 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 we ate what was grown in nature, harvested, eaten solely for the purpose of satisfying us. Today, much of the food contains artificial ingredients, added sugars, which, by the way, again, this is what they're saying. They're like, oh, my God, fucking cholesterol is bad for the heart. That was by Big Sugar. They don't want you to know how bad sugar is for your heart and everything, right? So in 2000, researchers at the this is a great line. Researchers in France conducted an experiment in which rats were offered a choice of 2 rewards: saccharin or cocaine. Peter, I'm going to say it again: saccharin sweetened water or cocaine. Even though
I got it.
Is highly addictive, 94% of the mice chose saccharin. Do you understand how dangerous, like, artificial sugar is?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Those rats are idiots. And this was before they had fentanyl and cocaine. This was pure cocaine, and these rats are taking the saccharin. Look at it. That's insane. I wonder what they do with all the leftover cocaine.
As a non-Coke user, I don't drink saccharin either, though. So I guess
watch this. We'll get to the bottom of it. Frankie, what do you prefer on your food, saccharin or cocaine?
I just have barbecue sauce, like you can't 31 barbecue sauce.
I love this guy. Barbecue sauce from Popeyes, where you plan to commit arson?
No.
Are you sure, Frankie?
Yeah.
All right.
I love Popeyes.
Got to keep the important people in order. Sorry, Frankie. Had to move some people. There you go. Yeah, they're stupid mice, dude. Those are stupid fucking mice. Good Lord. So
it's that addictive. Well, people, they love, I don't know what's in Diet Coke now, but Diet sodas are huge.
Did you see that video?
No, I know that people love Diet Coke and Diet soda. I think it's disgusting. I don't like the way it tastes.
You never saw the video where they put, they take a fucking microscope and they put a drop of Diet Pepsi on it. And within minutes, they're looking at it, and it's creating spike proteins and weird fucking. Well, I don't even know what it was, And it's one of those things like this can't be real. I hope this isn't fucking real. I wonder if this is fucking real. And then you just say, we'll never know if this is real. Like one thing I do know, the real Frankie is
real Frankie down. It's in the middle.
Where? God damn it! Jeez, where?
Real Frankie down.
Frankie, where are you? Why is it doing this?
I'm in the center. I'm on the right. I'm in the center.
I'm getting dizzy.
I can't, Frankie. There you go. Drink Mexican Coke. Yeah, that's got real sugar. Yeah, so basically that's another thing they're doing. They're just like they're putting sugar in everything and everything that comes out. Food provides us with more energy than more than just energy. It increases the dopamine in the brain. So in a study conducted by Max Planck, no relation to Loadzzz, 13 people received high-fat, high-sugar milkshake or a tasteless solution, and guess which ones they like better. Compared to consuming a milkshake caused a higher number of brain areas to exhibit dopamine, not just once, not twice, but twice, to quote legit news guy. Like 5 to 10 minutes after you're done, you're like, that's good shit. That's good shit. Like, do you understand how insane that is? Frankie, what's your favorite flavor milkshake?
I like chocolate milkshake.
Yeah, of course you do. Frankie, this is the guy that does karaoke. What's his name?
Kasuf.
Why did you move to Miami, become a cop, develop a Cuban accent, and then
I'm in Sydney, Nova Scotia. I repeat, I'm in Sydney, Nova Scotia.
That sounds Cuban to me. That certainly sounds Cuban. Frankie, why would you develop a Cuban accent and arrest Tyreek Hill?
I have a Canadian accent. I'm in Sydney, Nova Scotia, Canada.
Yeah, I guess you can't. I guess you can't argue with that. But it just seems like there are some questions, Frankie.
I'm in Sydney, Nova Scotia.
Hey, Frankie, what did you? Who do you think won the debate last night?
Trump.
I love this guy. You're damn right,
yeah.
Frankie. Frankie, if you could vote for Donald Trump, Kamala Harris, or barbecue sauce, who would you vote for?
Barbecue sauce.
Yeah, I would too. I think you're better over there. All right. Well, I got to start putting these banners down there when I have gigs. I might have to look at this. I might have to start putting where I'm going to appear. Governors in Levittown, Mount Kisco with Fred Rubino and Chrissy Mayer. I'll be outside. I'll be at Confession next weekend, starting over. Unbelievable. Fucking, they looked at my skit. And
where is this priest from? What parish? Like, is he a New York priest or?
No, Peter. Again, I'll say it again. That's a good priest. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm just curious. Is he local? Like, could you go talk to him?
Well, no, but that's the church I go to all the time, And when I say go to church, I don't mean on Sunday, but when I was stopping by, I used to work in a studio, stop by all the time, pray to the Pietà statue, just say thank you, do all that stuff. But, I never registered at the church. Although a lot of the priests had to register somewhere else. See what I did there? That's going in the act.
I just think maybe you go talk to the guy and say, look, come on, it's all, it's all funsies. They're just jokes. No, that is hysterical that he looked, I just don't respect what you do.
Yeah. It's like, but I make people laugh. Yeah, but look, you're great, but like, at least I know where I'm like, yeah, if he said that to me, I'm like, yeah, they're dick jokes. Yeah, they're women with big tits. Yeah, I want the people to pay attention. Don't you want the people to pay attention when you're talking? I want them to pay attention to what I say. I do it with tits. You do it with mythology. I don't. I definitely believe in God and everything, but I would say mythology, right? Frankie, what religion are you?
I'm Christian.
Jewish?
Christian.
You're Jewish, Frankie?
Christian.
What's that, Frankie? You're Jew?
No, Christian.
Boy, Frankie did not want to be a Jew. Frankie, who's right, the Christians or the Jews?
Christians.
I really thought he'd say both of them. All right. Hold on, Frankie. We're getting a call from the one and only Jeff Silver. Jeff Silver, you're in hot water with Peter and Frankie. What's up, my man?
You got to tell that priest it's his job to forgive you because you are a sinful man and you are sorry. And he has to forgive you.
But then wouldn't I have to stop putting up football episodes, which I'm not. In fact, I'm bringing back in your...
Not touching kids legally, but they're not.
I'm going to put up children in football jerseys this week, right?
No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not going to do that. You're not going to do that. No, no, you're not. You will not be doing that. You will not cross that line. No, no.
Here's what I'm gonna do.
No.
I'm just gonna put up suggestive things like children. I guarantee it's up there. Like girls in like football bikinis, you know, because of fucking the media. And then I'm gonna be like, hey, I want to try it again, and I'll put everything on my YouTube on private, but that video.
That's not winking at you. He's just like in a football. Where do you see him winking at you? What is wrong with you?
I know, Jeff. I know.
Yeah.
But am I wrong, Jeff? Like, if all the priests in the church were like him, then I'd probably be a better Catholic. But there's so many reasons. Like you're really making it hard to be a Christian sometimes. That's why Frankie's a Jew, right, Frankie?
I'm a Christian. I got something to say. Popeye's Chicken on Welton Street in Sydney, Nova Scotia is under construction.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't get we don't get the money back that Mom gave when she was giving 10% of her income. No, we don't get that back. You know who got that? Priests and altar boys in Boston.
Yeah, well, it's like trying to get tax money back. You know, you can't count on that either.
That ain't happening. All right, Jeff. Well, I'm gonna let you go, but thanks for calling in Hot Water. Give me a Loadzzz before you hang up.
YOLO!
Hey, how's it going? Oh my God.
Later, man. That is Jeff Silver. Fucking yeah. So again, I can't even be mad at the guy. I mean, what's the point? He's like doing his job, and a lot of other people aren't, in my opinion. You know? That's it.
Yeah, no, I give him credit for not just signing off on it. Yeah, sure, go ahead. He actually looked you. I guess people do look in and they Google you when you apply for jobs and stuff. So the priest is doing it.
Brad Toll, call in. What is Artie's joke about the priest and the rabbi? Or is it just, I say we fuck no matter what? By the way, shout out to C-Mox. I love her. She's one of the chicks she's a chick. She came by the studio one time because she was in town from like Western PA with a bottle of Jameson. And I made her sit down. She's like, I don't want to sit at the desk. I'm like, you sit at the desk and drink with me.
Oh.
Fun fact, he kept McDonald's trash piled up to the ceiling in his car. My other half used to valet where Bill lives. Sorry, it's only the football show I know. And she'll be tuning in tomorrow. Tomorrow night, the In Hot Water football show returns for week 2. I did terrible in week 1. I went 5-11 against the spread. I was the high scorer in the Garrett and Steve league. And in my other league, I'm fucked because my number 1 pick is I fucking thought I was a genius. I took McCaffrey, and then I'm like, and I got Nick Chubb, like, you know, in the middle because he's out 4 weeks. I'm like, I get him by week 4. The first fucking 4 weeks aren't a big deal. I fucking, and McCaffrey can give you 2 running backs worth of output every week. No. McCaffrey's out. Puka Nacua, my number 2 pick, is out. I'm fucked.
Did you hear that this 49ers got some static? Because after the game, they asked that guy Mason when he knew he was going to play, and he said Friday.
Offsides. I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can do, Fitzalicious. So what were you saying? I'm sorry, Fitzy always. Fix it, Fitzy, we call him. Fitzy was the one that said fix it. Yelled that at Anthony. He's like, fix it.
No, the running back who played, the backup, Mason, I guess after the game, they asked him, when did you know you were going to play? And he said sometime Friday night. Well, they didn't say, what's his name, your boy McCaffrey was out until like 2 hours before the game. So apparently that creates a problem in the NFL. So you didn't tell the gamblers that you were benching McCaffrey. You knew Friday and didn't listen to any of the injury reports as other than questionable, and you knew he was out. So when they talked to Shanahan, he said, what I told the guy on Friday was he's going to play a lot this week.
Yeah,
so,
because it doesn't piss off. It pisses off Vegas, which is also people like us.
Yeah, no, I don't have them. I was glad.
Oh, that's awesome. Melissa will be at Governor's on the 4th. That's right. The 4th of October, the anniversary of Janie's death. That's when Mom passed away. And another fun fact, opening of the Joker Part 2. I know that because they showed it in the previews, and whenever I see October 4th, it sticks in my fucking... Look, Peter, I wore my constitutional headband for you. Isn't that nice? Little We the People.
That is nice.
Thank
That
you.
is nice.
Yeah,
Very
Frankie,
proud of you.
by the way, when I'm at Governor's, don't burn it down. I'm there on the 4th. Promise me you won't burn it down. All right, we might have lost Frankie. Too much chatter.
I'm here.
Oh, I know you are, buddy. I know you are. All right.
What is this now?
Wait, is Dickie? Oh, that's I meant to take it out and I put it back in. I didn't mean to. What Dickie knows? Dickie knows, not Dickie Knowles. Are you coming too, buddy? Cannot wait. I missed Rock on 74. Oh yeah, and again, make sure you subscribe to the page for now while I decide if I'm gonna do when I'm gonna do a fucking Patreon. All I know now is and I told you, right, Pete? I had hey Frankie, you know who I had cigars with this weekend? Frankie, who did I have cigars with this weekend?
Carl.
No. No. Frankie, who did I used to host In Hot Water with?
Aaron.
Aaron Berg.
How's he doing? He's on Fox. He's on Fallon's show all the time.
He's on Fallon's show all the time. Oh,
all the time.
I didn't realize that, Melissa. So cute, you two. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Now I know who I'm talking to. I see your picture. We love you two. Oh, I cannot wait. So I will see you then. That's going to be great. I know, Dickie. Shut up. Shut up. That's why. But I had a great chat with him. You know, we caught up and stuff. He's like, don't put up the old In Hot Waters. He's like, something we can. I'm like, you got it, buddy. You know, it's like I don't know. But Kevin Dabrowski, I'm hanging with tonight. I'm going to catch up with him later at New York Comedy Club. And it's like, yeah, fucking. And so if you're subscribed to the $10 tier, I'm just going to start putting up my favorite post Aaron Berg episodes. But I think we're going to start a $10. We're going to start bonus content. Yeah, let's start doing a football show only Thursday morning where we pick the games, me and you, because it'll help me to do my video because I'll be brainstorming. It'll be 2 birds, 1 stone. And I guarantee, what's that? And I guarantee, am I wrong? I guarantee you'll do better than me.
Hell yeah.
Shut up. And we'll bet like dinner on it or something. Then you can split me in half. I mean, saw me in half.
Yay.
So yeah, we're gonna start that. Honest to God, we're doing it tomorrow, okay? And it'll be we'll just pick the games. It'll be recorded, you know, unless we can find a way to do it members. Maybe we'll do it. I don't want to do it live because then it waters down the football show. And I'll say this as well. It's definitely going to be members only because it'll help me just brainstorming with you. Not unlike the joke, me, Courtney, and God forgive me, I already forgot the other guy. Was it Douchey Nazi? Fucking premium dick. What we'll be doing. So yeah, that's I'm working on all new content, but I'll definitely put some of my favorite old episodes up. Like maybe my first episode back from the broken jaw. Ooh, and I have a fucking I have a Zoom meeting Friday at Friday afternoon with a lawyer, Pete.
Okay, you know, for what? That whole thing? What are we doing? You don't want to say it on the air, but where is this bar you do the show from?
Thank you for asking. It's Offside New York City. Oh, I was waiting on the logo. I think we're premiering it tomorrow. Offside New York City. It's right on the corner of Avenue A and 6th Street. I'll share it right here. It's right next to Dooley's, right, Frankie?
Dooley's is on Pitt Street in Sydney.
Frankie, who drank with you at Dooley's?
Then when I was at Dooley's, I seen you and Carl there.
That's right. And who was the hooker we brought?
Heather.
Oh my God.
We're not on the. We didn't rate yet, and I'm telling you, stay tuned, man, because I think Stay Tuned may be moving to this bar. Fucking, I've been talking with all the boys, and we have a space downstairs. The universe fucking provides, does it not, Maxxx Loadzzz?
Yeah, sure, that's what you say.
All right, so let's wrap it up. This is Gino Visconti reminding you that Frankie McDonald is in the middle.
Not true.
What's that? Where are you, Frankie? Fuck.
I'm in the middle.
It doesn't work as well with this. Frankie, where are you now?
Left. Middle. Left. Right.
I can't.
Oh my God.
I have to get a new mouse because this old orange mouse I was using, I had to disconnect it because it would just fucking take me out of my own fucking stream. All right, we're gonna wrap it up. Did we miss anything, Maxxx Loadzzz?
Not that I could think of. You're very thorough.
Who broke your jaw? I don't remember.
Pat Dixon.
Thank you. Watch this. Pat Dixon, why'd he break my jaw, Frankie?
He took drugs himself. He does know better.
What'd he say?
Because he took drugs. Frankie,
yeah.
Pat Dixon now.
Pat Dixon's now with Censor TV with Gavin McGinnis.
Yes,
He's
he
with
is.
Compound side. He's on Censored side.
Yes, he is. Enjoy.
And Pat Dixon's on Gavin McGinnis' side.
Yes, he is. Good for him.
On the Pat Dixon, Gavin McGinnis, that's the boss of the Pat Dixon side.
Is Pat and Pat's doing well? I mean, do we even mention him anymore, Frankie?
Pat
Max, do we
Dixon
ever mention him?
All the time.
And when
That's what they were
those
talking
animals
about.
go around,
You're doing the buckwheat thing. I get it.
They joined Censored.
What's that?
Pat Dixon left Anthony Cumia Network, Compound Media. He joined Gavin McGinnis Censored.
Yeah, Frankie, it's almost like he joined Censored, and because of lies, people believe that fucking I drove him there and I forced him to get fired, and you could even argue that maybe it affected my income, and you could file a lawsuit, maybe if there was something printed in a anyway, you know me and my mouth keeping it shut, Janie. All right, well, as Fitzy says, you mean the network with some big all right. Yeah, Pat learned his lesson. You tell him, Jesse James. Douchey Nazi. All right, so that's it. That's the show. Maxxx Loadzzz. We got to do this more often. Everyone loves you.
Sure, I look forward to it.
You know I love hanging out with you, buddy.
Bye, Frankie. Great being on with Frankie.
Oh, hold on. I got Peter, dance. I can't end it if you're not dancing.
I